This is a little series that I do. I try to do one a week, but sometimes life gets busy. You know how that goes. Where I show you how to dig into your paper stash of retired papers and product and make something new and fresh. So today is actually my granddaughter's 11th birthday. I can't believe she's 11. And I have to make her a birthday card. So I thought she loves animals, dogs in particular. 11 is a hard age because they don't really want cutesy wootsy, but they're not really ready for total grown up yet. So I thought I would make her a dog themed birthday card. And I began by making just a 5.5 inch square card. You just cut 5.5 inches off of a 8.5 by 11 inch paper, score it in half, and there's your card base. But because I want this to be special because it's her birthday, I want to make a little fun fold design for her. So I dug into my stash. Oh, and we're working with Authentique Purebred. Sorry, guys. I'm actually taping this on a Monday. Sometimes on Monday, my brain is not so awake. But anyway, this is a piece of Authentique Spectrum cardstock. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. And where is Authentique? I don't know. They've disappeared. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, 12 inches by 4.5 inches. And I scored this at 5, and make sure I'm telling you right here, 9 3/4. So what we're going to do with this is kind of a fun fold card. It's not really a joy fold, so I'm not going to call it that. I don't know what it is. It's just a Kathy card. So I'm going to line up that 5.5 inch score line. Is that what I said I did? See, Monday, guys. You know it's 5 1/8. Okay, so I've lined that up there. Now we're going to bring in, to line the inside of our card, a 5 3/8 by 5 3/8 piece of this cute all over doggy print. It's just a little micro print. And that's going to go right down here. And what I'm trying to do, because this is a card for a girl, and I wanted to bring out the pinks and the blues. So that's why I'm using this robin's egg blue and this pink background, which is just cardstock I had in my stash. And then on the top, I've got a piece. This is a scrap that I cut to a height of 5 3/8 inches. This is that same all over print. And we're going to put this right here, like so. And then I trimmed down a 4 by 6 image. I just think this is so sweet. And she and I are both tea drinkers, so I thought that would be fun for her to have that. I'm going to glue just 3 sides of this down to make a little pocket to stick a little note in. So that's going to go like that. And then I found this really cute start each day with a wagging tail. And I was like, that works for birthday. So I just want to show you how I trim these down. This is 6 inches wide and we need it to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to start by taking 1/4 inch off each side. This way you end up with, it looks balanced. It doesn't look like you chopped it. So I took another 1/8 inch off there, and then that brings this down to 5 1/4. And look, this will go right here, just perfectly. And how fun is that? So we can just glue that down. And I may come back and add stickers and some cute stuff to this, but I just want to show you the basics of how to put this card together. So now we can close this. This is going to be a pocket. So I made some little gussets, just folded some paper in half, scrap pieces. I'm just going to line this here. And then I've got another one prepared right here. And are you going, what on earth is this going to be? Hang with me. This is a cool little design, and I think you'll want to make it. It's fun to make for special occasions. And then I cut, where's my ruler? This is 4 inches. The width doesn't matter all that much because the pocket's going to come over, but the height should be 4 3/8. And this is the back side of the plaid. And this, make sure I've got my fold in the right place, is going to go right here. And we leave like a little gap because I actually, when I scored this, I scored it and then I scored 1/8 of an inch over to help it round the card. All right, and now we're going to put our adhesive here and our adhesive here. And this will be a little place for me to tuck in a little cash gift or a gift card. And then I cut I believe I did this exactly 2 inches, yep, by 4 3/8 to line the pocket. But I'm glad I reminded myself. Before I put that down, we need to put our front cover of the card down. And this is a 5 3/8 by 5 3/8 square of gray. And then I've stitched a 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch square of the plaid and this little micro print over that. And I just want to make sure that I get this right. We're going to glue this down because I want a magnetic closure on this. And if you're confused, just hang with me. Everything will make sense in just a minute. So center this up. This is actually the second front piece of your card, and this is the first front piece of your card, okay? So now I'm going to take my magnet. I fussy cut this dog house out from one of the 4x6 cards. I'm going to put my magnet over toward the edge of my pocket, and I'll show you why. Then I'm going to put my other magnet on top of that. Oops, wrong one. Negative. Sometimes they label these wrong too, though. All right. So that's going to go on top. Peel off your sticky. Fold this over. That places this magnet so that they line up perfectly. And that's just a really good trick. So this goes across here. And now I can place my little dog house. Do you see how cute that's going to be? So take off my sticky paper. My dog house is going to go here. And I'm going to dress this up, but this is just getting the basics down. Now let me take this off. Put my pocket liner over here. Oops, straight is always good if you can manage it, guys. All right, that's better. All right, and then this flips over like this. So then our front cover is this cute doggy print, which I just love. And I stitched around it, and the doggy print is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, stitched onto a slightly larger gray, a slightly larger pink. And then this rests on the cover with the blue just showing on either side. So this goes down. Oops. Just like that. Okay. Then I die cut this Amazing Paper Grace Candlewick doily. I'm trying to decide if I want to use the whole thing or just a part of it, because I really don't want to cover up this fun paper. I know Sophie will love it, but do you see how that just kind of disappears on the page? I need something to make that pop. So give me a minute to think and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I think I'm ready to finish this up. It took me a little bit of thinking, but what I finally decided was to die cut the Amazing Paper Grace June ATC card. It's the ATC card in the kit. So die cut my image with an oval die, put a double layer of dimensionals on the back, and I like to use my waste packaging. And now I'm going to center this on my die cut, and then adhere. Well, first I'm going to put these are Prima flowers. I think this is from a Christmas collection, if I'm absolutely honest with you. I don't remember, but I think it is a Christmas collection, which is kind of funny. But I just, this is one long branch and I curved it around, and I'm going to put this down. Then I tied this tag, sticker tag on it. And I'm going to put this where I want it to be. Now you have to be careful that you don't go over and adhere onto this back panel. So what I usually recommend is that you go ahead and open this out. And that way you can get as close as possible to the edge without gluing to the inside of your card. And stick that down. And then I didn't like this little bald spot where I tied the tag in. So I just took a pink flower, another Prima pink, so the color, you know, so the hues would match. And that's going to go right there. And I'm going to leave this coiled up. I don't mind that. I like it. It's got the paint on it. I think it's kind of cute. So you can adjust these here and there the way you want them. Now we close this up. And you can see why I backed this with chipboard. I wanted it to rise up to the correct level. And I forgot to put my pin in my glue, so my glue is clogged. Okay. So we're going to tuck this right in like this, just like that. And then just to make sure these little pieces don't get torn, I'm going to put a little bead of this dries clear glue underneath and come in with a clean paper towel and just pat that down. And that seals it, and it also picks up the excess. So that's a good trick. Alrighty, we're almost done. I mean, I'll come back and I'll add some little personal touches for Sophie. By the way, the reason I picked this image is that she looks like Sophie. Isn't that wild? So over here, I've got to place my bow. I'm not sure. Actually, I like it right there. I hadn't thought of doing that until just now, but I like the way that looks. So I'm going to put this right down in here. And whoop, the glue is hot. I'm going to fuss my bow. That is so sweet. I think this is perfect for an 11-year-old girl. It's Sophie's kind of an old soul. She loves vintage, and she's such a little lady. So a burlap string bow, and then this beautiful button right on top of that. And I love the way that turned out. Yay! And then over here, I'm just going to take this little tag. This is a sticker tag from the paper collection. I want to add a little dimensional to the back, like this. And then I want to stick this So I think I need a second layer on the bottom. This to go right here, fitting into the corner of the pink die cut. And I think that looks so sweet. All you need is love and a dog. So magnetic flap. I'll put a little gift in there. I'll decorate this up. Then this lifts up. It's kind of a fun little interactive card. All right, guys, that's it for me, Kathy by Design. I might come back and show you the finished, or I might just show you in the still photos. If you didn't know, I always do a photo gallery at the end of each of my videos where I show all the finished edited photos. And I do that so that you can, I'm fussing with this flower, which, there. You know, you see these little things, you have to deal with them when you see them. Sorry, guys. Yes, I went down a rabbit hole just then. Anyway. Yeah, I think I want to squunch this up more. Is that a word? Squunch? It is now. I just made it a word. Me and William Shakespeare. All right. That's much better because now you can see the cute tag on the side. That was a good decision, Kathy. All right, so at the end of every video, there's a photo gallery with still shots of the project, lots of different views, so that if you're trying to make this yourself, it makes it easier for you to study it. All right, guys, Kathy Clement, Kathy by Design. Please subscribe. Please give me a like, and I'm going to go get my craft on. Bye.